Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, my good people. Happy Sunday. It is time to get up. It is time to thank God for another day. And let's talk about it. What is that dream that you've been keeping on the back burner? That dream that you have allowed to just sit in your mind, that you have not went forth on, prayed about, asked God when, and executed it. I see a lot of people around in this world that look so defeated. And if you ever sit down and have a conversation with someone, the first thing they're going to tell you is, I let time pass me by, and now I'm feeling like I'm existing while the world is continuously moving. Well, I will help you. Existing is a choice. You choose to exist and you choose to let the world pass you by. As long as you are still on this earth, there is still an opportunity for you to succeed, for your visions to come true, for things to manifest in your life. There's still time. The question is, are you defeated or are you determined? See, people look at me and they say, "Oh well, you are 35. Your clock is ticking." Whose clock? Because who am I rushing to have a baby for y'all or for myself? When it's time, I'ma have mine. But people tend to think that there is a time frame to every single thing in life. If you don't do it in this amount of time, it's not going to happen. Who told you that? If that's the case, the same rules should apply to people who are 25 just getting a high school diploma or a GED. Same thing should apply with people who are in their 30s and 40s and just now becoming registered nurses. The same thing should apply to people who wait later in life to become lawyers. Who said that there is a time frame on what you're supposed to do? It doesn't mean that being a little seasoned doesn't make certain things more difficult. But what it does is being a little bit more seasoned makes you more mature. It makes you more responsible. It gives you the mentality to say, I don't have time to play. I see kids that go straight out of high school into college, and some of them are very successful. But a lot of them end up in debt by the time that they're 25 because they wasn't ready. But because society says that everything has a ticking clock, now your child is in tons of thousands of dollars worth of debt before they even got a chance to start their life good. Because society says you put all these expectations and all these time frames on your children. And that's programmed in us as adults. So when we miss certain time frames, we think we just done missed out forever. And what we don't understand is when we create that mindset, then it really is too late for you. Because that's a defeated mindset. How many of us are truly ready to stop being defeated and start being determined? Go out here and make a life and a legacy for yourself, because at the end of the day, it's not about you. We are in this world for a reason, for a season, and for a purpose. And the goal is to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, but that legacy continues on long after you're gone. My mom's been gone almost 25 years, but I remember her legacy, what she left, and I still live it. That's what it's about. Being a change, being a difference in the world. that tells people that they have no right to be successful. So come out of the ticking time clock mentality and get in God's face and ask Him what it is that He wants you to do. Because everything happens in His time anyway. But there are times that things are allowed to happen to show you that you're not ready for it. And that's a sad reality that some people just don't understand, that no doesn't mean never. That it can literally mean not right now. I remember being a kid thinking that no was the end of the world. Oh, you're telling me no? Oh my gosh, it's never. No, just not right now. As a matter of fact, I remember being like maybe 8 years old, and because my mom worked night shift, I had a whole proposal, okay, on how an 8-year-old was totally equipped to stay in the house by herself at night while my mama was at work. I had a whole plan. I'm like, well, my bedtime is at 9:30, and you know, by the time you get off of work and you come home, you could get me up for school, and I could get ready, and I could walk down the street to the bus stop. I had a whole plan. But my mom, even though she listened, her answer was still no. Well, my little 8-year-old now said, oh, I ain't gonna never be able to stay at home by myself. No, that wasn't it. I wasn't mature enough to handle the responsibility that I was asking for. And the reality is, a lot of us are grown and still are not mature enough to handle the responsibilities that we're asking for. So there is a wait. Wait for your mind to develop. Wait for you to grow up. Wait for you to be able to handle situations with maturity and grace. Not out here fighting people and cussing folks out and all this different type of stuff that does not qualify maturity. But what do we say? Well, I'm grown, so I can have whatever I want. Yeah, no. No, you're not going to always get the job you want. You're not going to always get the house you want, the stuff you want. You're not. And it doesn't mean that you cannot later on. But you have to work for something. I have never lived in a generation like I do now that feel like hard work is a joke. That everything is supposed to be handed to them, and when you don't get it, it's the temper tantrums. Wait a minute, you how old throwing a fit? Because I won't give you my money. It's the entitlement in some of these situations for me. Get out here and work for something. And if you work for it and you go for it the first time and the answer is no, that's okay. It's okay for someone to say no. I wanted a job at a certain place. I went through the interview process. I got an email and they said no. Was I hurt? Yeah. But what did God do? Because I handled that no with grace, He blessed me with an even better job. And I'm good. We have to think about certain situations, because God will give you something just to show you once again you're not ready for it. So be careful what you ask for. Be careful of the seeds that you plant. And be careful living this earthly time frame. Because everything is going to happen when it's supposed to happen. Nothing more, nothing less. And your prayer just needs to be that, God, whatever happens, allow me to be prepared for it in that season.